folks, get your water ready because it's about to go down. Welcome back to another episode of NevaeH Shattered Memories. This is episode 4 out of 4.5, I guess, technically. 4.5. Say hi, players.
Hi, players.
Hi, players.
We've got a little bit of a stall before we immediately jump into things on account of one is running behind, but it's my fault this time. I asked him if he could run an errand. He would have been here on time still, but then he got held back by work, so it's work's fault and my fault.
Well, darn.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. That looks good. Just gonna press that button so we're not listening to ourselves. So how's everyone
Hearing
doing?
my own voice, no, thank you.
How's everyone doing? I know last week was a lot. Did y'all have any questions regarding last week that we can answer here before we get things going? No effect. Before you even answer that question, why don't we go ahead and do a recap of what happened last episode so it's fresh in everyone in the viewers' minds? Go ahead.
Hmm.
The gnome guy died. We got to meet his daughter.
Yeah, let's just start with the most traumatic moment. That sounds about right.
That was the most traumatic moment because I died twice in 10 minutes.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, you did. But then we reversed it.
We didn't
I did
reverse
a counter
shit, first of
spell.
all.
The second death.
We didn't reverse shit first and foremost. Halo reversed it.
Yeah.
I did a counter spell.
That didn't reverse it.
No, it reversed the one death.
No, it didn't. It just
It was
lessened the
Halo.
damage. It still killed me.
Damn it.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
let's back up a little
let's
bit.
go back to the beginning.
We're so traumatized by that part, we forgot the beginning.
Yes.
We made it to
The
what was the
astral
beginning?
side? We made it into the astral. We bamboozled them after we saw the echo.
bamboozled. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We bamboozled the umbral people that were left in the Orkwood, made it into the astral. Meek. Then we were like, "Hey, dude, your eyes are glowing." And he's like, "My eyes don't glow." no, look, they're bright green.
That's right. We talked to him about answers in conversation about his life and his wrongdoings, quote unquote.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still traumatized about the whole we followed him and he just wanted to see his daughter for the last time, and then we fought Halo, and then Halo reversed everything, and then
She split freaking Adriana in half.
yes.
Yeah, there were two of me. Killing one of me did kill Beatrix.
Yes, there was a full feather, which was crazy.
I died.
Yeah, I saw that bitch's spell focus. It's mine now, baby. I can heal people again. Thank fuck.
Oh, I got the amulet that was in the tree.
Yeah.
So I have a
so
spell.
Your casters are casters again instead of just dudes doing dude shit in the woods.
Yeah.
This is good. Yeah.
He threatened the shit out of us while eating a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that I don't know why that part stuck with me so hard. She's just chilling on the roof eating a live rat.
Yeah.
No biggie.
It's not live once she started eating it.
Yeah, because she took the head first, like you do animal crackers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It painted a what? Would you say, Skyro?
What?
Oh, you said it painted something.
It painted a very vivid picture.
It did.
The descriptors, yeah. She went full Ozzy Osbourne on this.
Yes.
Yeah. So then we she stopped it. Oh, we tried to ask this girl questions. We tried to ask Halo questions, anything, and she just kept villain monologuing.
We saved the orc village because his daughter came up to me and was like,
we brought it into balance.
Yeah, that's kind of critical.
Astral and umbral. But before Halo left, she did tell us a few really interesting key factors. Like she's been able to see all of us our entire lives. Our astral and umbral selves are combined into one. That's how she pushed the umbral version of Addie out of her body. That's what makes us kind of special. She's a little just checking in on us. I've been watching all of you your whole lives. I don't know what's special about you, but maybe don't get in my way. Was more or less where she left us, and then told us where she's gonna go destabilize Navala.
She did say we reminded her of another group of people, and that's why she spared us.
No, she said we reminded her of another group of people, and they were idiots. Which really punched me right in the face. Like I was gonna cry.
Dark Halo would think the players of Paradise Lost are idiots. You know, if it's any consolation, like that, like conceptually, there's a lot of, you know, id to the ego, and there's
In her defense, me, as one of those players, consistently called us a bumbling band of idiots.
Yeah.
So can't blame her.
You could have cemented that idea.
Right.
Conceptually, like that could be your fault.
She's right.
Well, Demas said you were idiots, so.
I'm overheating. I'm going to go change my shirt. But I did want to check with y'all. Is there any other questions for the last episode?
I mean, besides questions that you can't answer.
I can try.
Meanwhile.
Oh, you're welcome to answer. You're welcome to ask, and if I can answer or what I can give, I will.
I want to meet him so bad.
Yeah,
we fuck with this guy.
The fuckboy prince?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you know, this could be. Never mind. No, I'm not going to even put that into the universe.
Oh, you mean what we were talking about before?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, Addie?
About what?
Valentine's Day, Addie.
Yeah, we'll save that for the afters.
We'll see what happens. She might be easy to seduce today. I don't know. I can't tell you that much information right now.
Okay, it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a lot of plot threads that have been put down and put in place at this time. Additionally, it's important to know on my end. Dang, I could have sworn I heard him knocking. This episode marks the beginning of your first episode into NevaeH Shattered Memories. Everything prior to this has been your tutorial, your how does this road work, touching without understanding. You know how you play a tutorial in a video game, but you didn't really learn shit, you just know where the buttons are. Now you know where the buttons are. Now is your opportunity to start deep diving into your characters. I have spent time your character sheets prior to your level up, which means I have also devised things specifically pertaining to your character sheets. So if you think you're going to solve everything with the fireball, you're not. If you don't know your characters, not necessarily by this episode, but if you don't know your characters easily within the next 7 episodes, you will not progress.
Can I ask a question that you may or may not be able to answer?
Yes.
Is the fuckboy person, his name start with a G?
Onyx, could you just say the name?
No, because I'll butcher it. Galadriel?
Oh, Galadriel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll butcher that.
The sun in Novalis.
Galadriel? Yeah. Galadriel, potato. I'm going to say it back and forth. Yeah, that's him.
Kind of like Beatrix and Beatrix.
I mean, they literally said in the meanwhile, that was like, my prince, the whole city's exploded. There are immigrants and the bank is broken. And like, what are we going to do about this? You've been assigned to this information. He's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. Or find my sister. I'm busy.
And then went back to doing fuckboy shit. But yeah, I mean that literally. That's
like 3 bitches.
Okay. Well, with that being said, let's get things going. It has been a long rest. It is just before midday, maybe 10 a.m. The town of Pinewood Outpost is bustling with people moving around. The encampments and small huts are already cleared out as people are trying to make whatever coin they can, go out hunting, gathering, fishing, and the likes. You four plus Deontay, who's definitely going to be here, arise from your campsite and stretch your limbs and are prepared to set out for.
Yeah. Okay. That's a question mark, I'm assuming.
I thought we were going to Naval.
We haven't said where we're going. So Addie gets up and stretches and then like looks down at her clothes and goes, I am still covered in blood. And she looks at B and she goes, how did you not tell me as my bestie that I am still covered in blood?
And mud. Don't forget the mud.
And yeah.
Well, we're all covered in blood and mud, so like, why would I point at
Okay,
something?
that usually instills panic in people. Which is kind of a miracle we haven't done that here, don't you think?
So where can we wash? Is there a lake or a river or something nearby?
I don't think washing's gonna really work on this outfit. Yeah, I will need a bath, but maybe if we head into town, we can maybe like find a new tunic or something.
There's not much in the way of shops around here. You might be able to barter something off somebody, but most everyone out here is just roughing it, for lack of a better term.
So in
And
the
I roll.
in the I'll remind you, Raven, in the Pinewood Outpost, there is a trade system of not necessarily fully built shops, but people that have set up their own little kiosks and stands. They still primarily focus on the trading and bartering aspect, but this is like the only place you could potentially buy something that you didn't make yourself in the Orkwood.
Okay.
I
have to grab out my.
I'm broke, bro.
I mean, I don't have much. I just need a new tunic. It's got some holes in it, and I'm not gonna be able to get these blood stains out. That's gonna be a problem. Just need to. Also, do any of you know how to get to Naval? No. Me.
You have a
Can I
question?
do a knowledge history check to see if I remember maybe seeing a map or something, because I used to go cavern hunting?
You've definitely never been to Naval, but you can roll a knowledge history check if you've seen a map. You need to roll that with disadvantage. And what's your question, Scarecrow?
I was just asking if my travels would have led me to know where it is.
To know what it is when you're there, but because of Fey magic going bloop, you're there.
I don't have the directional capabilities, gotcha.
Right.
My disadvantage roll is an 8.
Is it what? You're a little quiet.
12. It's a 12.
It's a 12? Okay.
I did the finger counting.
I love you so very much.
You do not recall. You just knew it was south-ish of Estelion.
So none of us know where it is, per se. Maybe we could also find like a map. We can check with some people.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go find a shirt real quick. If somebody wants to find a map, that'd be great.
Yes, I'm gonna go. Is there a guard outside of here that I can ask if there's like a library or?
There's no guards. Well, there are townsfolk you can ask.
Insight? No, that's not gonna work. I guess what do we see when we walk out of this place?
There's nowhere to walk out of. You've already been outside.
Oh,
This is
we
an
pitched.
outpost.
We,
It's
we
very
camped.
small. You pitch tent, yeah, set up camp.
Okay. I guess the closest conscious person to us.
Perfect. Okay, you find the closest conscious person to you. It is a 27-year-old looking man. He's got green skin. Got your height.
Hi.
Hello.
I was wondering
Oh,
where pure information on how to get to NevaeH.
well, we're gonna go there.
I've never.
Probably for good reason. Nobody ever wants to go there.
Why not?
It's NevaeH. Are you unfamiliar? Were you born under a rock?
Well, actually, like kind of a small
Oh my goodness.
town.
Hattie walks up and she goes, okay, I'm just trying to find a way to get us to NevaeH. We've got some business we need to take care of there. Do you know where I could like find a map or someone who has a map or anything like that?
If you head inward a little bit towards the center, I'm pretty sure they're still cleaning up the party mess, but you can probably find someone who would be willing to part ways with their map.
Thank you so very much. Have a lovely day. And she like grabs Bee's hand and pulls her along back to the party.
Addie,
Yes.
even we don't have to actually get somebody to give us a map. I can make a copy of it. I have ink and paper.
How big do you think this map is going to be?
I have no idea.
It's a continent.
Well, I mean, it could.
And we need roads and mountains and water bodies on this map. How long
And
do you
maybe
think it's
a
gonna take
carriage.
Right, well, yeah, we can work on that too. But how long do you think it would take you with ink and paper to copy a map that is detailed enough to get us to another part of the continent? No, we're just gonna buy a map. It's probably not that bad. We're not.
Zero gold, love. Zero.
Okay, I didn't ask how much gold you had yet.
Oh, fair.
And besides, perhaps we don't even have to buy it. And she just kind of side eyes Ray.
Ray just kind of looks her up and down. Did you get that shirt yet?
I'm gonna
And
go
she's
get
going
the
to
shirt.
walk away. And she's gonna roll a perception check to see if she can see anybody looking at a map. $15.
You can't see anyone looking at a map in particular, but you do see an older woman who looks like she's into some aspects of divination.
Ray's gonna go up to this woman.
Before
Pardon
you even have the opportunity to say anything, she goes, "Raven," and she like raises her head up to you, and you can see like one of her eyes is missing, and the other one is a bright gold. And she goes, "It is Raven, right?"
How did you know that?
It's prophesized.
Prophesy.
The bones never lie.
Can Ray roll an Arcana check to see if this person is using a disguise?
Go for it. No, you'd have to roll investigation. Well, unless you're looking for a magical disguise.
Yeah, magical disguise.
Okay.
21.
She is not using a disguise.
Okay. So you're some kind of fortune teller.
Well, there aren't many hags left in this town. I guess you can say I've seen enough to know history repeats itself.
Are you assuming that's what I am?
No, you're assuming that's what I am. Is that what you'd like me to be?
Definitely not. If you were, you'd be dead.
Well, then, I suppose we don't talk about what we are, and instead we talk about why you're here.
Directions.
Hmm.
Novalis.
Fool. What makes you want to go there? Hmm. Unfinished business that you yourself don't yet understand.
Well, if you know all.
Oh no, definitely not all. I'd be done with this life if I knew all.
How much money does this little charade get you on a daily basis?
Well, we don't trade for money, usually food. I like to eat. Don't think you can blame a gal for wanting to fill her belly.
Okay. So, how much for a reading?
Hmm. What do you have to offer?
Well, if all you want is food, I could probably come up with something.
Why don't you let me know what you come up with, and then we'll talk about a reading. In the meantime, if it's a map that you're interested in, well, I could definitely use some fine logging.
Logging.
I'm pretty crafty with building a chest. Keep my food safe, keep it warm, well, keep it cold. But these bones a little bit more brittle than they used to be. You go into the forest, chop down a tree for me. We'll call it a small service fee.
Call it a deal.
All right.
And Ray is going to walk towards Morrow. Well, I found someone who can give us a map, but I'm going to need you to chop a couple trees down.
You want me to chop down the tree when we have a giant guy with an axe?
Yes. The guy with the axe will ask too many questions about where the tree came from and whose property the tree is on, and if it's stealing or not. I just need the wood to barter for a map.
Okay, fine.
Oh,
Sorry.
we
You're
cannot
muted,
hear you.
Goblin.
Go down to your Discord settings and make sure your voice and video is set for your Yeti mic.
That
Technical difficulties. It's all good.
Cue the elevator music.
Right.
That reminds me.
Check.
There you go.
There we are.
Yeah.
What were you
Am
asking?
I present for this part of the conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
Mentally or
so,
physically?
As she's basically belittling me and my intelligence, I'm like, hey, I'm not that bad. If you just need me to get wood, I can get wood for you.
All right. And Ray sees somebody who has built a tent and has campfire already chopped nearby.
You can see an elder man in a chair and like a young boy. I want to say probably no older than like 16. And they're not tending to a fire or anything, but they do have a pile of wood. Since it's like broad daylight and it's not cold, there's no need for any fire to be lit. It definitely looks like they've got wood, and it could be for sale. It could just be their stockpile personally. Who knows?
Okay. Well, if all you need is, if you say, if I need you to get wood, go take theirs.
Hey, and Ollie's kind of like visibly like uncomfortable with the idea of like potentially going to like deal this from somebody, but he kind of like looks at Ray almost in the sense of like, I'll show you. So he kind of goes over to that area and he kind of like peeks in to like the entryway of the tent that's there.
No tent.
Hey, hello.
They're just outside.
No, just
Hold on.
okay.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna gesture for Morrow to go chop the wood, and I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
Hi. How are you?
Yeah, excuse me, mister. Is there anything I can help you with?
Um, Actually, there might be a really huge thing that you can help me with. I'll be completely and totally honest. I had kind of chopped some wood for me and my friends, and in the process of bringing the wood back, I ran into a little girl that was kind of drowning. So I kind of had to toss the wood to kind of like save her, and it's all waterlogged. I was wondering if you guys might have a couple extra like logs that we could potentially borrow by any chance. And he's kind of like scratching his horn, kind of embarrassed, like, yeah.
And he goes, well, sure, mister. How are you giving them back?
Um, how do you give back logs that you use?
You're the one asking to borrow.
Oh, see, I, silly me, and kind of does one of those like shoulder pats on them, kind of forgetting how strong I am. Let me rephrase that. Is there any possible way you can allow us to have some of your firewood, just to kind of make it through this, just the night at least?
Roll for
I'd
persuasion.
be more than happy to. Yeah, I'm like, I'd be more than happy to help you guys do some more of that later on.
You have a
As far as
question,
like
Onyx?
getting you. Oh,
All right. Okay. So like Addie pulled me away. Like, am I able to see this happening?
See,
Like, I
yes.
don't know
Hear, no.
okay, I can see it happening. Okay.
It's
All
very
right.
open.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, so the boy looks at you and he's like, well, suppose if you don't need much.
No, much isn't required. Just a couple would be sufficient.
He, go,
Sufficient.
he goes over where he's got a bundle of 6 logs that is tethered together with like a twine rope. And he lifts it up and he brings it over to you and he goes, well, I hope this will do. You stay warm now.
This is so helpful. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. You guys stay warm as well. And I kind of give him a wave as I'm walking back over to the group.
He kind of waves
But
as
as I'm
well and like
walking back
picks up
over,
an axe.
as I'm waving back to them, I'm kind of walking back over. I'm like, And here Ray thought that I wasn't competent enough to do this. Smart. No, persuasive.
Maybe.
Do things. Can't wait to rub this in her face.
Between Marrow and Raven, who's chopping?
Ray was fully anticipating in persuading Morrow to do the chopping.
I'm doing the chopping apparently.
And I would like to chop down 2 trees.
You're gonna have to roll a athletics for both of them.
Okay.
Go ahead, beef.
They're attempting to do this. Can I walk over and throw my little bundle in front of Ray? I'm like, bam. What else do you need?
Well, very well done.
He
Athletics.
kind of starts blushing.
Okay, the first is a 22. And the second, is a 16.
The first tree comes down clean. With a quick slice, you can hear it crack over and fall. The second one is a little bit more rough. It takes a couple of swings, but it falls over as well.
Right. All right. Now, Ollie, why don't you chop this one up? Pretty decent sized logs. And go take it back to those people that you took it from.
Can do. Pass me the axe.
You have the axe.
I have the axe. That's funny. Okay. So I'm gonna start chopping these up into nice little bundles. Do I need to roll for anything crazy?
Go ahead and roll a dexterity.
Dexterity. Oh my god. I'm like being swallowed by these things all the time. It's terrible. Okay, that is a 19.
Yep, you have successfully chopped them up into decent sized logs, equivalent in size to the original bundle you got.
Okay, so I'm gonna take back equivalent to that I gave, or that they let me have. leave the rest. And I'm gonna be like, hey, guys, hold this. I'll be right back. So I kind of like put them on both arms just so I can walk around and flex.
Both of your weapons, Morrow and Olafir, have reduced by 1 in durability.
Cool.
Make sure that reflects in your channel.
And while he's going back to them, Ray's gonna like tie up the bundles, and she's gonna ask Morrow to help her haul them over to the old lady.
Okay, Tom Sawyer, let's go.
Okay. I don't know what that means. But that's a good thing, right? It might be. Oh, anyway, and I'm kind of like, hey, Morrow, actually, this is probably the first time we've had a conversation. How'd you get so strong, dude? Because like respectfully speaking, it's like you're kind of like yoked in like the best way possible.
I guess the same way anyone gets a physique like this, it's just a lot of resistance training and good diet.
You gotta totally show me what your training normally consists of, because dude, and I'm kind of like admiring it. Like, 'cause I like switch some of the logs over to the other side to kind of have them all in one bundle. I kind of like reach out. I'm like, your arms are just like, it's like meat boulders. It's,
Your axe is as big as I am. You, what do you mean? Why are you admiring my strength?
I mean, listen, for someone that's like usually the strongest in most situations, and see somebody else that's like pretty beefy, it's like perspective, bro. You kind of like holds fist up for like a fist bump.
Oh, sure. We can do the hippo thing. I'm down. What's up?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's Addie and Beatrix up too. I love the bromance, but
Big fuck. So while they're doing God knows what, Addie has gone towards where the stalls are to look for anyone that sells any semblance of clothing.
there are semblances of clothing that have been hung up or in different posts.
Okay, can I tell if any of them look like they would fit me to buy?
Yes.
I will approach the person that looks like they're in charge of that piece of clothing. This is the most awkward shopping.
You're taking it one step at a time. I'm just giving you the answers.
Huh?
So, oh, look, my whole belly. May not be flash and stream.
Damn.
I know, right? That shit ain't free. A person comes out. It's a young man, probably late 20s. And he goes, "Hello." And he goes, "Oh no, that just won't do."
No, it won't. Yeah. So I've been into some incidents.
And you need some new clothes. You smell like the death.
I'm going to go find a stream after this. I just need a clean shirt.
Ooh, I would gladly give you one, but you are not going to tarnish my Orkwood clothing with your stink. I tell you what. How about this? I'll take everything that you're wearing now. You go get cleaned up, come back, and then you can have an outfit for free. And I'll use the blood of whatever animal you decided to marauder, and I'll turn it into a beautiful new dye for clothing. I think red is pretty rare out here anyways.
When you say
Can I do
everything,
it?
do I have to also leave the armor?
Can I do an insight check to see if this guy's trying to hustle her out of her clothes and run?
Go for it.
She already feels like that's probably what's happening.
Yes. So
She's
it is
asking
a
more questions.
15.
This person is not trying to hustle you out of your clothes. They are just very passionate about their clothes and how those clothes are going to be represented.
She goes, okay, so 2 things. One, when you say leave all my clothes, do you also mean like my armor?
Look, I get it. You gotta have armor, and then you gotta have something on top of it to make your armor look good, right? That's how it works.
Right.
But all of that shit is a bloody mess.
It is.
Okay,
That
so
needs to
if
be
you leave the
badly.
armor, and then I give you new armor, or new clothes, You're gonna put it on top of the dirty armor?
Well, I was thinking, because I also, second part, you want me to like leave my clothes here and go naked to a stream?
You obviously are one with the wilderness. Have you not seen the greenery in your hair?
Leave my hair alone. I am an adventurer.
Adventure your ass into a stream. Leave your stuff here. I'll extract all of the mess, clean it up for you. I'll even polish it and make it look shiny.
She leans over to me and she goes, can I borrow your cloak for a minute while we like run to a stream?
I mean, I have, yeah, absolutely.
Just like throw it on, like, so that this guy can like take care of the armor and the clothes.
Well, you know, I don't know what to do with mine either.
Okay. Also, third question. What do you want for it?
Girl, are you not listening? I just told you. I want the blood on you.
Blood. Yes,
I
yes,
don't
yes.
want the dirty clothes that come with it.
That's fair. I'll take those back afterwards. It's fine. You want? I don't know that the stains will come out. That's
The stains are a
Here.
you problem, but I
Yeah.
can at least make them clean.
That's fair. And my friend, maybe too. She's
Listen, it's gonna
Blood
start
is over my
costing
little-
you. I'm gonna have to sift between the blood and the dirt. This is not an easy task, okay?
that's what I'm wondering what it's gonna run.
Well, out in Estelion, people like the more exotic stuff, and I need change. So toss in 5 gold, and I'll do both of your outfits. Shit, I'll do a third one if you got it.
I'm gonna pop my head out. Should I call for Ollie or should I call for Ray? Ray died. I think Ray's is in worse condition than Ollie.
Where are you popping out to? We're outdoors.
Oh,
The man's looking at you like, hello?
Raven!
Who are these people?
I'm just gonna
Who
start
died?
yelling
Is that
and
whose blood is
waving at
on your friend here?
Raven.
Look, there was an incident. You really don't want the details to it. And I
fell
can't
through a
identify
mud
any of this blood. It's fine. I didn't do it.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
That sure doesn't help. Listen, do we have a deal or not?
Raven, come here.
Can Ray hear them?
You can, because she's yelling at you across the outpost center.
What? Can you tell I'm busy?
There are other people that are just looking like, who are y'all?
Your armor.
What about it?
This guy will clean it and fix it.
Oh my gosh.
You
Ray, no thank you. And Ray's gonna keep hauling the wood towards the old lady.
damn it. I tried. I don't know what to do, Addie. What do we take the third one?
Fuck. Sorry.
My bad. I didn't think it'd be so loud.
All good, all good.
Addie?
She goes, okay, I have 3 gold. What can we do for 3 gold together?
Well, I'm not gonna polish and buff the metal. Whatever
No,
armor you
no,
got, I'm
It's
not interested.
definitely gonna get scuffed again.
Alright, 3 gold it is. Kind of sighs and goes, hurry up. Y'all are wasting my time.
So, yep, she strips down and gives him his clothes, and then like runs for the wood line and like hands him the gold too. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'm just gonna walk in that direction. I'm not running.
I am naked and I don't like it. Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm a wood nymph, not really, but I'm just gonna go.
Another random NPC guy goes up to that same stall and goes, tourist. He goes, yep, got another 2. And then he just walks off.
Did I hear them?
Roll for it.
14. What do I add to?
Nothing. I'll give it to you. Yeah, you heard him. You heard him just kind of underneath their breath as they're just watching your bare ass walk away.
I'm gonna scream Addie, and I'm gonna walk up to him.
You're walking back to him?
Yes, I want
Oh.
my clothes back.
Okay. All right, go for it. Walk back to him.
Like,
Are you actually going to clean our armor, or did you just want to see us naked?
He is, well, personally, I don't care too much, but it is quite a sight for the rest of town. Now run along, and he grabs your clothes and he throws them in a bucket full of water, unless you want them soaked.
No, no, no. Thank you. I'm just gonna shake my head and just walk in the direction that Eddie went.
Just going, looking for a stream at least.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception, and depending on how high or low you get, you're gonna find it regardless. Let's just see how far away you get in the process.
Can I do a survival check to see if I can like hear or see like?
What's
Yes.
a dirty 20 get me?
There is a small clearing with looks like natural water coming up from the ground. Not like a full-on geyser or anything like that. Just kind of like it's just been saturated from
Bubbling a
some
little.
underwater well. But it's clear water. It's not muddy.
Perfect.
Everything is kind of settled in it. What'd you get for your survival? Because you haven't caught up.
11.
Yeah, 11. You have gone in a different direction than Beatrix because you went back to yell at the guy and Beatrix made it in.
I'm Addie.
My bad. You have gone a different direction than Addie because you went back to talk to the guys and Addie went on ahead. So you have not yet found where Addie is or what Addie is looking for. You do hear water running to the southwest. Raven, Morrow, and Olivier, y'all have made it back to the lady.
So Ray is just gonna kind of have them plop the wood down outside of her little area. All right, so I brought 2 different types here. Bundle right here is dry for the interior of the chest you're going to make. Free, obviously, going to be better for the outside as it's wetter and easier to mold. Will this be sufficient?
You've done quite a service. I knew you were the right person to ask. She hands you a rolled up parchment. For play reference, this map is visible for all of you, and I'm going to put it in your add a character chat. As far as in character goes, whoever has it, and should one of you delete it or destroy it, I will also delete it from your character chat.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, so Ray's gonna unroll it and look at it. So it's looking like we need to head southeast. Cardinal directions.
You actually, 1 second, kind of like takes the other little bundle and kind of runs back to that group. Hey, excuse me. Here you go, and kind of like tosses it, and then kind of just runs back. Okay, now I'm good. Squared off. Yes, east, and then it completely starts walking west.
Ollie, up here.
Oh, other east. Shit, my bad.
We also have to wait for the others.
Oh yeah, you were. Is that what I saw? I saw a very pale, naked creature running not too long ago. Huh. Almost kind of shaped like Addie, but couldn't be Addie. She'd never run around naked. She's not that type. It's been a while since I last saw her, actually.
It's a good thing I'm short.
Raven is going to look at the old lady and nod her head and say, "So, couldn't find you any food, but we've got a little bit of gold for that reading if you're interested."
I tend to stay away from major towns, at least for the past few years. Rumor has it, hags ain't doing too well in there.
That's true. So what should we expect in this Novalis, is it? Novalis?
She kind of looks at you with like a half grin and goes, "Well, the road's a big place. I imagine what you seek, you will find. As soon as you know what that is."
That's oddly cryptic.
It's oddly specific. You just don't have anything to apply it to yet. You've got your friends. if you even want to call them that. You're only a group in name, not in action, not in purpose. And until you find that purpose, you won't find what you're looking for. You won't find where you're going, but you will find trouble. So, if you want a less cryptic answer, you'll find trouble. Find a way to work as a unit, or this world will take you alive.
Good to know. Good luck with your test.
And you.
And Ray is gonna kind of walk away off to the side. She's looking at these other two, and she says, "So, what are we fighting for?"
Real quick, what did you roll there?
I rolled another survival check to see if I got to the stream, and I got the same fucking roll.
So you successfully make it to the stream just as Addie. Haha. I went through everyone's name and got to Addie. Just as Addie is, because Addie and Andrea sound different in my head. And
Well,
you call her
Addie
Addie
is
more.
Adriana. Yeah.
Adriana, Andrea,
Andreas.
Andrea,
They're all
yeah.
the same, yeah.
It's triple A, you know, and
I know.
it's my car insurance. You just you name my whole car insurance.
Come on.
Just as Addie is getting out.
Hi, sis. I'm gonna just like jump.
That took you so long. Please.
Addie, you are fully cleansed.
Perfect. Thank you. Lovely. I am not going to leave her because obviously she can't find her way through the fucking forest.
I was just enjoying the breeze, okay?
B. And she's like pointedly not looking at her.
She
Yeah.
dunks as soon as she says me.
Just not paying attention. I love you, and I've known you for far too long to believe that you, for 1 second, were enjoying the scenery. You either were looking for something you shouldn't be, or you got lost. Those are the choices. Can you hurry up?
I need Beatrix to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Mother. Damn it. Fuck.
What'd you roll?
11.
11? Okay. Alright, you have taken 1 point of damage as something has bitten you.
I'm just gonna start running out of the water. Something bit me! Where is it? Where is
You
it?
successfully make it out of the water.
Addie, look at me. Look at me. I just got bit. Where'd I get bit? It felt like it was on my butt. Was it on my butt?
Jesus. Is she okay? Or is she just panicking?
Who are you asking?
You.
What? You gotta have to roll for that.
Hey, what do you want your perception?
Yeah. What do you want? What are you looking for? What are you doing?
Are you out of
Is she okay? I don't know.
Oh, thanks, Fox. I have a decent
Right? Say the
perception.
notebook.
24.
There's a leech on the small of her back.
Wait, pause. Hold on. Sorry. This is gonna be so out of character. I thought we were done with fucking leeches on this panel. What is going on?
You know Blood Oath ties into this, right?
No, I know. That's the problem. I thought that.
Yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to.
Oh, were you not aware that the...
No,
Okay.
leeches.
Oh,
okay?
yeah,
That's my problem.
Oh,
the
no.
blood oath leeches.
Not a blood oath leech. No worries. This is just a regular leech.
Those
You guys were
leeches
covered in
leak
blood
between the
and you got
stream.
into an open little water hole. Yeah, there's a leech that's attached to
I
you.
see a leech attached to her back. It's like this big.
Yeah.
Like, that's how big leeches are. They're small. Calm down.
Well, wait.
sorry, guys.
Is it on my butt?
Because he is all of like 2 feet tall.
It's like 4 feet tall.
Same shit to me.
Anyway.
Roll another Constitution saving throw, please.
Damn it! Sting off
Yeah,
of
we'll
me!
leave it there.
Mhm.
18.
Oh, nice. You don't take any damage. It is now administering a antiseptic numbing that is preventing your blood from coagulating. You're taking another
Yeah.
point of damage, but you can no longer feel any pain there.
It's
Addie, like,
going numb.
like
Yep.
braces her against her knee, like by her shoulders, and like reaches down and like grasps her fingers down around by where the mouth is to pull it off like you would a
Can't.
tick. No. Oh no.
You're gonna have to roll for
Here.
that.
Okay, is it medicine?
It's a leech.
Survival? Well,
Survival
okay,
would be a
yeah,
good
but-
idea.
Survival? Okay. I don't know how good I am at surviving.
Can I try a survival to rip the bitch off?
No, stop it. I've got you pinned. No.
God damn it.
How about a
She had
17?
me pinned. I missed that.
One off. So you successfully pull it off, but it's not smooth with its teeth, which are a little too long for comfort. Equivalent to like half the size of its body. It's not an ordinary leech. Come on now. And the blood continues to flow.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, fuck. We don't have any of our like bandages. So can I roll for medicine to see if I can find things to like naturally stem the bleeding nearby? I mean, we're in the woods.
You'd have to roll for nature, not for
Nature?
medicine,
Okay.
to discover, and then medicine to create. Yes, Onyx.
Can I also roll a nature to see if I remember anything to convey to her?
Thank you.
Yo, thank you, Caffrey, for the 500. Who's it going
You're out
to?
of pocket for
Oh
that.
god damn it. No.
Sucky.
No. No. Who
Don't put me
gets
saying
it?
that out loud. That's inappropriate.
Sucky.
I hate that leech cast sucky.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh.
Tomorrow. Okay, we'll have that trigger off in just a moment.
Okay, so my nature is 14.
Okay.
And
You have found a
said
leaf that
medicine?
looks like it could have a sap that's that you could use topically to kind of seal things up.
Okay, and I got an 18 on the medicine.
Okay, cool. Yep, you have the knowledge well enough to create such a sap, and apply it. It'll stop the
Okay.
bleeding. After Beatrix takes 3 more points of damage.
God dang it.
Well, I do stop the bleeding then, at the very least. And I look at her and go, okay, like, once we go get all our clothes back, / new clothes, armor, all that business back, I'll patch you up better. But for now, this'll do.
All right, and you guys are heading back into town, yes?
Yep, time to go
Yes.
get our stuff back.
Okay, cool. Before you guys head there, I'm going to check in with Morrow, Raven, and all of you, as well as this roll. And let's see what happens. What's that? 2?
That's a pretty high.
At this time, for whatever reason, almost like that Fey-like energy is kind of just not literally flowing, but like you can just feel that connection, Morrow, and you have advantage on all persuasion rolls for the next minute. And what was the question that you last asked, Raven?
I asked them, what are we fighting for?
Raven,
mean,
refocus your camera, please. Yep, there it goes. Perfect, thank you.
obviously, just to, make sure that everyone's safe. I mean, that's kind of what I do already.
I mean, okay. But
I mean, is there anything else to fight for? I mean, fighting to make sure that you guys are safe, that all the people are safe, and wherever I can go and make sure that people are being protected. Like, I don't know. Is this like a trick question? B asked me, not B.
not a trick
Adriana asked me
question.
a trick- Okay.
It's a legit question. We're going against somebody who intends to destabilize government. That's what she said, right?
Hmm.
Someone who can literally tear a hole in reality and transform it into something else.
So we just tear a hole into them.
I'm not sure if that's how it works.
I mean, my hands are pretty buff. As I'm kind of like looking at them and like flexing my fingers, I'm like, I think I could do it. Like if I get hold it. Sorry, that's a little graphic. But I get what you mean. This is definitely bigger than just a regular escort mission that I've done, or bodyguard position. It's definitely on a grander scale. But I mean, we
This
can't just let him have his way, right?
this halo, this person, this thing has more power than anything I've ever seen collectively combined.
About legends before, they all bleed the same.
May be true.
I mean, the way I see it, with your brains, our brawn, and the other two's magic capability, I think we make a pretty good team. We can probably do anything.
All right then.
You three can see the other two sauntering out of the woods.
Why are they naked?
We go back over to the stall and we talk to the guy to get our stuff back.
Y-
Out of context, they probably think we just fucked.
You know,
you can see him drying your garments. There's no more blood on him, but the armor is still rather scuffed, and not necessarily dirty. Just it still has that wornish look.
I'm gonna walk over towards them, kind of like taking off like some of the like cloth that I can have on, like my jacket basically, and I'm kind of like covering the both of them. I'm like, what are you
she
doing out here?
salts him away and she goes, "We're getting our clothes back. Calm down. It's fine."
Why aren't your clothes on in
Ollie,
the first
you don't
place?
close your eyes, Ollie. Close your eyes.
The
She like
I know
reaches
how
out.
human anatomy. I know how anatomy works. I've seen boobs.
the guy
before.
finishes drying your clothes, and he like lowers his little torch of fire and looks over, and he goes, "Oh wow, I didn't know you were bringing a handsome white knight too," and starts taking your clothes down and folding them. He's like, "I guess you'll be putting them on," and just starts tossing them to you guys.
She just gets dressed. Like she like takes her hand off of Ollie's eyes and like picks his own hand up and puts it over his eyes instead. Yeah,
I know what boobs look like. I'm not a child. Jesus Christ.
She's gonna put her pants on, but before she puts the shirt on, is going to ask Addie, can you do something about this? I don't want to make them dirty again.
It's not gonna make them dirty. The sap is covered with the leaf. It's fine.
Okay.
Why is she covered in
She
sap
got
and
bleach.
It was a flesh.
We had to
eating
go wash.
monster.
You smelled us, right, Ollie?
I'm sorry, you guys didn't know that the rivers are leech infested?
I think
I mean,
I
she's
even
the
knew
one
that.
that one, so like we're good.
All right. We have a map.
We have a map. We have clean clothes.
We
at
have
us.
a destination to get to. We're making progress, friends.
Good deal. So,
Um,
have we looked at the map?
Yeah, it looks like we're heading southeast.
Okay.
How
That'll take us.
long will it take us to walk?
You'll get to Estelion in a day of walking from where you currently are.
Okay.
And then we have to go. And then it's what? Like another day?
Probably another day. So it'll be about 2 days walking.
All right. So I suggest we head back to Estelion, procure a carriage, perhaps, maybe.
I mean, there wasn't anybody left alive in Estelion, so we could probably find one pretty easily.
Hold on.
Holding.
No, keep talking. Sorry,
Okay.
I said that out loud. I didn't mean to. My bad.
So, be there like a day and a half?
More or less.
Good. It's a good time. And so she goes, okay, so I need to, right. And so she looks at Addie and touch, and lays her hand on top of her pretty little head and casts Cure Wounds to give her 1d8 plus 6. Where's my d8? which is 6 plus 6, so you're back to full health then.
To see if I can see if there's any like unoccupied carriages nearby.
You're welcome to roll that, yeah. The wound heals up completely. Those just surface cure wounds would handle it. Not a break or anything crazy.
That's going to be a 16.
There are no carriages nearby.
Damn, that's crazy.
I do have to ask, I haven't used this spell focus yet. Were there any effects from that?
No.
Wow, good deal. We're set.
Can I roll another perception and see if there's any horses nearby?
Yes, you can.
Somebody bonk this.
But I think the fact that I just got a nat 20 on something I'm actually trying to do kind of smart. It's kind of cute. So there's that. I mean, I guess it's a 19, but you know, kind of cute.
There are no horses nearby. However, I'm giving you something for your crit. I got you. However, you can hear a carriage, a wagon, coming in to the Pinewood outpost. It kind of circles around the center and then stops, looking like it's going to go back outwards. And a bunch of people get out, most of which look severely wounded, dirty, singed or burnt clothes, and caked with blood and mud. The town is kind of at a standstill for a second as these people kind of pile out, far too many to have been sitting comfortably inside of the wagon. And then all at once they kind of start going about trying to find some level of comfort. You can see some of the other elders within the town, including similar faces to the council that you saw in the Umbral, coming out from the woodworks and talking to these people, trying to help them get situated.
You suppose they're from Estelion?
Only one way to find out. I'm gonna kind of walk over towards the actual like carriage and go towards the person that was like controlling or driving the carriage. I don't know what the hell you call that.
There is there is a older gentleman elf who is holding the reins, and he's sitting there and he's smoking the equivalent of tobacco out of a pipe, kind of waiting. You kind of spooked him a little bit. He was like, ew, what?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bother you.
And yet here we are.
My apologies, sorry. And I kind of give him like a little soft bow. By any chance, are you heading back towards Estelion?
Oh, he goes, no, we didn't come from Estelion, but I'm heading back to Novalis. My shift is done.
Oh, wow. And I kind of like look at B, and I kind of, not B, at Raven, and I kind of like mouth super like over the top so she can see me because I don't think she's right behind me. I'm like, we came from Novalis. That's where we're going, right? But as I'm like mouthing this, I don't realize that I'm actually saying it out loud. Just yelling across the courtyard to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The man looks.
Like,
the man.
Sorry, I'm like.
The man looks behind you and he like pulls like a thing of wood to look and see that the back of the wagon is empty, and then he closes it and he's like, all right, and he starts clearing his pipe.
By any chance, sir, do you think me and my friends could hitch a ride with you to go to Novalis? You know, we're on kind of a really important mission, and then I kind of like flash my rank at everyone. I'm like, it's actually kind of capital business that I have to go, and the way we got in here isn't really around anymore, and I just want to see if we can kind of hitch a ride that way. That way we're not walking for days and then I missed the deadline and then people end up dying. You know, I mean, you've obviously brought injured people, so I'm trying to actually go and help out in that situation. I'm gonna roll for persuasion on that. That is a 16.
He looks at you in the badge and he goes, they really let him up like you in, huh? All right. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm really good at my job.
He goes, that's irrelevant. You smell like the dirt that gets stuck on my shoes, but you are militant, and I'm sure they could use an extra set of hands or two, even if that means getting the cows to safety, so sure. Get you and your people.
Thank you so much, sir. I really, 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 really appreciate it. I'll be right back. And I like turn and kind of take like 2 giant steps back to the group. Hey, so listen, I got us to ride to Navalis. Don't ask me how I did it. I just got called dirt under a shoe, which is kind of offensive, but we have a way there. So let's go. And I kind of like grab everyone like in my arms and like, let's go, go, go. And I'm kind of push them towards
Careful. So
the
remember,
wagon.
when you're making those actions, you cannot force the other characters to do it. You can only suggest it.
I'm gonna roll
He just
a big
follows
ass
suit.
strength
He's
to
just
kind
like,
of.
"Well, here we go.
I'm gonna roll a strength to see if I can kind of like push them all together.
You're welcome to roll against that, whoever wants to. To not be manhandled, but all of you.
That's fun.
How do you-
20.
I'm going to remind you, all of you, you're also
Used to it.
not a giant, so at most you're going to be able to push like 3.
Well,
Okay,
realistically speaking, I only need to push 3 because B's like this tall, so she's
Well,
kind
and
of.
B's
I'm
one
not
of the
gonna
3.
fight you. I'm used to getting manhandled by Addie all the time.
He's used to being manhandled by him, so like we're doing the thing.
Okay, so you got 2.
I guess it's really just the other 2, I guess.
Yeah, Ray's is just. She's just kind of steps in front of him, so she's not being pushed, and goes up to the carriage.
Marrow, are you being pushed or are you being kind and just walking with me?
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna let you push me, but I only rolled a 16. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a step back and not deal with that.
Okay. You're pushing Beatrix and Eddie. What was your strength? Did you want to roll to contest that still?
It was a 24.
Roll a dex saving throw.
Tomorrow or
Ollie.
Dexterity. 21. Why we're all so good tonight? Shit, I just jinxed it. Never mind.
He rolls high enough to push you, even though you guys attempted to maneuver. So you all, Addie and B, you're being pushed straight up to the wagon. The other 2 of you, you've definitely been nudged in that direction, though you did roll to not be full-on thrusted towards the wagon.
Cool. As soon as Ray gets there, she's gonna look at the carriage driver. What's happening over there?
Well, I'm afraid that's none of your business. You getting in or not?
Fair enough. And Ray's gonna get in the carriage.
Yep, we just get in. Yeah. No questions asked at all.
why is everybody coming back? Like, what happened to y'all that y'all are injured?
Why is this halfling speaking to me? You there with the badge. Listen, get your people in order or you can find your own ride. It's very simple. I do not have time to entertain you all.
Hey,
Okay, well,
guys.
the carriage is going back with or without you. There's no reason to be mean.
If the carriage doesn't come back with me, it doesn't get in. So try again, friend.
And he's like grabbing the tips of his horns. He's like, "You're stressing me out. You're stressing me out. You're stressing me out. You are stressing me out. But it's okay. We're gonna breathe. Everything's gonna be totally fine. Hey guys, don't worry. Just get inside. We have a way to get there. We'll figure it out once we get there. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Mr. Carriage Driver. Thank you so much. Let's go."
Yeah. She shuffles B up into the carriage in front of her.
You almost said it too. I heard that.
Yeah.
She says she shuffles A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
And when we get in and we both sit down, she leans over and shows, you know they're not nice to people with less human or elf blood than me, right? Yeah, babes, they're gonna be real mean to you. I would just, it's not gonna be pretty if you try to talk directly to a human elf or half elf when we get there, is my best guess.
I will remind Addie that the humans are more accepting. The elves are not.
Oh elves are
The elves are
racist.
very elitist. The humans are more accepting.
But still,
They kind of code switch depending on the crowd.
Right.
more microaggression than direct aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, baby.
You are prepared to feel tugs on your cloak to communicate things then, right?
Yes, you can talk to me.
Who else is in the wagon?
We
Okay. Oh, your mic is quiet.
Mero's gonna climb on top of the wagon.
Okay, no problem. The wagon driver kind of just watches this happen, and he goes, "I want to raise." Ollie?
I am in that wagon. And
Perfect.
I kind of like tap the side of it. I'm like, let's go, friend.
Don't tell me what to do, friend. And then the wagon starts moving.
I think he
Right.
likes me.
Baby, honey. Oh,
Don't tell me what to do, Phyllis.
Y'all are.
she like pats his little cheeks and she goes, "Such a good thing you're pretty, honey."
Y'all are effectively on the road. You're making it out of the Orkwood. And let me see. You have 2 opportunities for encounters on the way. Before I roll the first one, is there anything y'all want to say to each other whilst you're all within earshot?
I think so.
Hey guys, make sure that when we get there, play it cool. Because I can already tell these guys aren't too kind to everybody. And my bad, she only get us so far in there. But again, I think this guy likes me.
I wouldn't. Oh, sweetie.
Listen, you guys just don't believe it. I'm like really likable.
No, you are. But he was.
As he's saying, as she's like saying this to him, he's kind of like playing with the horn. He's like, I mean, realistically, it's like,
She goes, "Yeah, you're very likable when people come in with an open mind, but Novalis isn't like that. That's why most of us avoid it. They're not very nice."
So what you're explaining to me is we're going to investigate a situation of them of this person, the Halo person, right, is going to dismantle a government. I don't see the problem in dismantling a elitist government.
No, it's not the government per se that's the elitists. I mean, they are, but it's also the people.
Again,
If dismantling a government doesn't make people not racist.
I know.
Okay, I want to make that clear. The government probably does need shattering, I'll be honest, but you'll see a distinct difference in how they talk to you versus how they talk to me.
Well, and B brings up a good point. How do we know this Halo is doing something bad?
I mean, I can't say if she's doing something good or bad, but she was eating a rat on a rooftop while we were being killed. So I can't say she's great.
Maybe she was just really hungry, you know? I mean, when I get hungry, sometimes I eat lizards.
Alive?
Well, I mean...
You don't like cook them first?
I mean, in most cases I do, but I mean, it just depends. Listen, when you're out there...
While they're talking about all this stuff, Raven's going to read that book that she stole from Levi.
No problem. More words have filled into the pages, including the word Halo. It's kind of been filled into a lot of different pages. A lot of it you still can't read because it's written in ethereal. But there are a couple of key passages that you might be able to make out if you roll a knowledge check.
I need glasses.
Correct. I have glasses. I just refuse to wear them on stream anymore.
Write that down, Mischief.
Because
Is that intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wisdom. My bad.
Wisdom. Okay. 14.
There's one passage on there. It specifically says, and I don't have this written down, so take notes if you want to write it down, because I'm not going to remember it later. The horrors of the old world, a time before anyone can remember, even my siblings, is coming back to haunt us. What we thought was a reflection of our dark mother's doing is unbecoming of that truth, and instead horrors beyond our imagination await in the dark realm. I do not understand its, and then it cuts off.
Okay.
You are all passing a small village by the name of Cherry, spelled Cheri, but not pronounced Sherry. And it is it's a small town similar to the Pinewood Outpost. So it's just got, but also much better built. So it's got some wooden cottages. It looks like some version of a church. At this time, it's probably like 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon, and it looks like more refugees have appeared here. As you can see, other wagons and carriages and whatnot. Some of them are also departing. The guy on top says horses need water, and the wagon that you're in comes to a stop.
yeah,
Are we going into a war zone?
Onyx, I need you to speak up. I don't.
Oh, sorry. Are we going into a war zone?
I can ask some people what's going on, but I can imagine that this halo has had an effect already.
Sure looks like it.
Well, we've probably got a few minutes while the horses are watered. Let me go ask some people.
Try to. Do you want her to come with you? And I would suggest staying close to the carriage. It looks like this guy would leave us in a heartbeat.
I won't go far.
Let's go ahead and take our break right here. We'll take a quick 10 minutes. So go ahead and stretch your limbs and do the damn thing.
Time for therapy. It's time for therapy.
Come on over, Deontay. The ring roll for trauma wasn't a blaring fucking sign.
Eddie, no! Eddie, stop!
That would be a critical failure.
What's going on, kiddos?
Hey, yo.
Yeah, actually the technical term. You rolled a stab of it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Fuck me.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on? Welcome back to another therapy session. I don't think I've really actually set up an actual name for this one, but to each their own, right? Hi guys, I miss you so much. How you doing, friendos? So nice to be here.
You're so pretty.
I so pretty. I so pretty. Oh my goodness. So
Pretty bird, pretty bird.
pretty damn crazy. So the funny thing is everyone, like, especially Adriana, really just like solidifies how pretty. I've seen boobs before, don't do me like that, Capri. Solidifies how pretty I am just because Ollie's real pretty. In my office, IRL, I get called the prettiest in the room, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? So I'm starting to think that maybe it might be an ongoing thing, but it's okay because, contrary to belief, Ollie and Deontay are both very smart. They just, you know, don't always say this. Just a little dumb, a little smart but dumb.
Well, so, like, Ollie doesn't seem like stupid.
No.
Like, he didn't rise through the ranks out of stupidity. I think he's just like almost airheaded.
Absolutely.
In a way.
Absolutely. Because definitely he's gonna have those moments where you're gonna be like, wait, Oliver's actually smart? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't even cuss. That's crazy. As opposed to Deontay, who's really smart and he also cusses a little. It's like, you're like
a little? Oh, you're cute. But like, yeah, you're vanilla, baby.
Choke. Wait.
Just stop it. Stop it.
Stop.
This is Twitch.
Stop. Oh. That's for later. Oh my goodness. But how have you guys been? How's life treating y'all? This is for the players that are listening to. How's life treating y'all? My cheek meat is getting kind of.
Who, us? Are we supposed to be talking? I mean, it's doing pretty good, honestly.
You know, every time I sit at this camera, I realize how tired I am in the face. And every time we kiss, I swear I can fly.
I'll show you kissing. What's up, boo boo?
What?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Let me.
Was Ollie trying to like hook up with Morrow?
No,
I mean, I'm just
no.
curious.
Ollie.
Bros being bros.
Ollie doesn't know anything about how love works. He literally grew up in an academy with a bunch of bros, so he just admires like just like the male physique, because he's like, god damn, like I haven't seen anybody like that ripped in a while. And it's like, whoa, that guy kind of buff. I should really talk to him and see what's going on, because he looks like he knows what he's doing. I promise.
But also, like, maybe he won't murder me if I'm nice to him. Like,
I mean, listen, we did try to fight each other in the first episode, so I'm like, I mean, you know, I'm trying to fix that bridge, not break it more, because I'm a big boy.
You know how many? Yeah, you're a big boy, big strong boy.
Big strong man. I'm strong. I'm strong.
It's all right, Ken. You got this.
Don't you kid me after calling me a strong man. How fucking dare you?
K-E-N. Yeah.
That's
in
funny.
your salmon shirt.
You know, and it's stop it. Stop. Let me live my life, okay?
That color looks great on you.
Aw, teens.
You look amazing.
Teens. I love how you guys are like finishing the lyrics for me in the chat. Come on, guys. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I wanted to what? I wanted to what? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
That's it, baby.
Come on.
Was good.
Addie.
Yeah.
I can't believe we were the first ones to get naked.
That's crazy.
You can't?
Right. I'm like, are you sure? I expected you.
You always get naked.
You haven't played a character where you aren't naked, so I'm like, you know.
Hey, listen, I don't like clothes IRL, okay? I get to project it legally.
Capri,
I'm allergic
go to bed right now. Capri, you're on timeout. Go to bed. Go to bed, you little nasty. Oh wait, wrong chat. Wrong chat.
Damn, Capri sent that to my DM.
Yo.
Your little tablet over here is like cycling through pictures, and it's the one that we got custom made when it was me, you, and Sora. It's the cutest thing. I remember. I need to go back to that blonde. Honestly, it's crazy. Oh. Hey.
I remember the last time you were blonde.
Hey, Lava. You don't have to do that, okay? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can, but you don't have to do that because it sounded real targeted to me. I don't like that.
No. Miss, I definitely did expect to be on the list of first naked.
That's
First
crazy.
of all, I was the one that was like, I need to change clothes.
You know.
Onyx out here being like, I just naked. It don't matter. Who needs a cloak?
Oh, thank you
Okay,
so
what's
much,
that?
Capri, for the gifted sub. That doesn't seem targeted at all. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this was just a fun time in therapy. No actual lessons today, just vibing out. Make a choice to drink water. Don't forget to smile. Love you. See you back in the campaign. Bye. I couldn't do a proper escape because the chair was behind me.
You gotta turn. You gotta turn into it.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, I know what time it is.
Oh shit.
Popcorn time. Oh shit. Oh, popcorn.
Mystery just brought out the popcorn, which normally means we about to be rolling a lot of dice.
That's 2 rolls right there. Let me know who those are going to. I got one for Beatrix. And Lava Monster, who you want that other one to go to?
Ray, what did I do?
And let's just go ahead and switch back. We got a lot to cover in 45 minutes. And one to Ollie.
No, leave me alone.
No.
I'm trying to vibe. My dear friend.
You know,
That's
okay.
rude. Is it because I have horns? Did you call me a deer? That's rude.
So,
Those are
Ollie,
antlers.
it could be a good thing. It could
It's
be a good
racist.
thing. What?
It could be. No, mine look like it probably won't be, but you know. She said, "No, that's a deer."
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See that?
I feel like I didn't salt this popcorn at all. Like the salt sugar didn't work.
It's because there's so much saltiness happening in the chat. Like,
Yeah.
They always get unhinged after break, so like I'm here for it.
right? I don't know what's happening.
Here, you try it and let me know. The butter is fine, but I think I missed with the salt. What do you think?
Her face.
That's enough
She
trying it.
shoved a whole handful in her face.
That means yes, because it's the level of salt that she enjoys. So that was a yes. Okay, I know I have that picture, but I need a different picture.
What is happening? What? I don't get it.
All the bands and choir students are showing themselves right now on accident.
And let me tell you how hard I'm trying my best to not contribute to this, because I'm like, fuck. It's in my head. Full blast
But
right
I
now.
have
I'm like,
no
you know.
idea what you guys are.
So, a deer, a female deer.
Better.
Oh
Right.
shit!
you.
A drop of golden sun.
Yeah. God, that was like 5th grade. Jesus.
Baby, that was every day for most of my childhood. It was my mother's favorite musical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on
No taste.
Last time. Oh.
So y'all are at the town.
Come on.
What are y'all doing?
So I hop out and go over to the nearest group of injured refugee-looking people that you had mentioned.
Okay.
To ask what happened to you guys? Where did you guys come from? Novalis?
One kind of looks
I
at you
did
and
not take anyone with me.
No, I was just trying to keep an eye. Like, I didn't know if you wanted me to roll something because I wanted to keep an eye on both the driver and Addie.
you can do a passive, like I mean you'll hear the wagon moving, but yeah, you can do. I'll use your passive wisdom, let you know if anything happens.
I mean, I'm still in that wagon, so they ain't got to run nowhere.
Um, one man looks at you, and he's got lots of dirt and stuff on him. Looks like he's got small micro cuts from something, maybe an explosion of a building or something like that. And he's like, nah, we haven't made it to Novalis. I don't think we're gonna go in that direction. But no, we came from a different village. The sky kind of ripped open and turned into a massacre.
What happened in Estelion happened to you? Were there multiples of everybody and murders just kind of going crazy?
Some, I guess. Mostly it was just a bunch of wild creatures. Don't know what they looked like. We couldn't really even see them until just before they struck. It was bizarre. And then, as most of us lay dead or fled, then the sky kind of tore apart and just brick by brick, mortar by mortar, just destroyed the city. Not so much twins. What do you mean by twins?
Something really weird happened in Estelion during the winter solstice celebration. It was like a second version of most people showed up when the sky split and just slaughtered everyone.
Yeah, no, that wasn't our experience, but
Was this
the sky splitting sounds pretty on par.
like shattering, like
Yeah,
or was
like
it?
like it was made out of glass. Someone threw a rock through it. Just
Yeah, that's what the sky looked like for Estelion as well. How did you escape?
well, what do you mean?
Well, you said that most everything was killed by some wild creatures that you couldn't really see.
Well, once the first people started dying, we didn't stick around.
No, and that's fair.
We weren't chased beyond the city, though.
Oh, so like almost like a barrier existed. Like they just like
For whatever
didn't
reasons, once
continue?
we got, far enough away, the creatures just didn't pursue. I didn't see anything about a barrier, but
More like a metaphorical barrier. That's really scary.
while you're all sitting there, what's Raven doing?
Raven has not left the carriage, and she's still just flipping through this little notebook back and forth.
Okay.
Looking over her shoulder, kind of trying to see if I can decipher anything on there.
Nothing else in particular is showing up for either of you. The notebook seems to have some magical property, and no two pages are the same anytime you look at them. Like the words, the images, most of it is drawing in depictions of technology you don't understand, in minor words written in ethereal that would probably be descriptors to these items. Any written passages that look more like diary entries aren't always there through some magical efforts.
Okay. Well, so could I potentially see if I can decipher any astral in any of the pages at all?
Yeah, you can just see that there is astral in some of the pages, but it's not like a full page written. Remember, the ethereal language is a combination of astral and umbral.
Yeah, no, I just want to see if there's bits and pieces that I can kind of understand.
Just what was mentioned earlier.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
What's Mara up to?
He's still just hanging out on top of the carriage, looking around, watching all the people.
Okay. B, the wagon driver has hopped out of his seat and gone into town.
Okay, so we probably have a little bit more time. So, can I get close enough to Addie to be able to hear the conversations going on, but still kind of keeping an eye on him to see
He's
when keeping an eye for when he comes back.
no, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay.
You can keep an eye on the carriage and an eye on Addie if that's what you want to do. But he's gone into town, no longer within vision. He's amongst the crowds of people. So, like, if you're trying to follow him, you got to follow him. You look confused.
No, I'm trying to remember what my character build is because I don't know if I'm equipped. No, I'm not at all. So I'm just gonna kind of hang out by Addie and see what's going on. Maybe interject and ask questions as they're explaining things.
The guy looks to you all and goes, well, listen. If it's no bother, I got some people I need to take care of.
No, of course. Gods be with you. And she just heads back over towards the carriage to tell the group what happened in their town.
I'm probably gonna meet you halfway. It is what I'm
guessing. I was not that far from the carriage.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 feet. Like,
oh, okay.
I didn't wander off. I said I was staying close.
Yeah. Welcome back.
So they had an interesting experience. They're not from Novellas. They're not from Estelion. They're from another small village, but they said the sky shattered and it was attacked. But not by doppelgangers.
As you're saying this, we're going to roll those dice.
Oh, shit, bro.
The first one is an 8, and that is going to Beatrix. And the second one is a 7, and that is going to Ollie.
Good luck, Ollie.
Let's see.
Oh, shit.
Who got the 8?
I did.
Beatrix, do you have any physical weapons, or do you just have your spell focus?
I have a couple of daggers. Okay.
Sorry, the way I've written this means that doesn't count. Between Morrow and Oliver, who's closer to Beatrix? If you don't know, we can just do an odd or even roll for that.
It would depend on whether inside the carriage or on top of the carriage is closer. Because
oh, that inside the carriage, definitely.
Inside the carriage? Okay, then I guess that'd be me.
As you're kind of sitting there and y'all start talking, your axe starts vibrating and shatters.
Aww.
Secondly, a random battle encounter is going to begin.
Why the fuck? Oh, not me. Okay, wait, hold on. No.
Terrible timing.
Hold on, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Before we do that, since
it's like, damn, that's rough.
Since he has 2 hand axes, it's just one of them.
The main one that the named one that you use, is your preferred weapon.
That's not a that's a halberd. Don't tell me that, bro.
Your preferred weapon breaks, not just the weapon you're currently equipped with or have in your inventory. Spellcasters don't have a preferred weapon, they have a preferred spell focus, because they can have more than one. You have a preferred weapon, you're the nearest person, it's broken. So your halberd vibrates vehemently and shatters.
Yikes.
No.
Yeah.
Off in the distance,
I
you
need
hear.
more of you to look at my fucking channel. Just went.
Off in the distance, y'all start to hear horns. You can hear gallops, and you can feel the ground kind of shaking with what feels like easily 50 people coming over a small hill to meet you all. Not specifically you all, but all the new people as members of the militant world order come into the town of Cherry.
Militant world order.
There is a general who's standing before a carriage, and he looks across and he goes, all those in presence need bow at this time.
Rank is Ollie?
Say what?
What rank is Ollie?
A division officer.
Paul's trying to like place him in the lineup.
He'd be a corporal division officer.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So right below this. Wow. So Addie looks around like confused and like looks at Ollie and goes, Ollie? Ollie, can you come here? There's these are your people.
Ollie's very pissed off right now, actually. Like, it's on his face that his favorite fucking halberd is just broken. He's like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't think right now is the best time. What's going on?
There's a general out here and like a bunch of people following him. Can you come here? Please? I know you're going through something. I can see your face.
He steps out of the fucking carriage. He's like, he kind of dusts himself off and
Lots of people are like taking a knee and kind of looking in the direction of the general. And at this point, your passive wisdom will tell you there's probably like between 15 and 25 foot soldiers, town's guards that have shown up, and in the carriage. And as everyone's kind of kneeling, the general looks directly at Ollie, who's not kneeling. Did anyone else get out of the carriage?
No. Ray is looking. There's a window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ray's just looking through the window at them. She's definitely ducked down to stay out of sight.
He like looks around at everybody else and goes, "Oh, I should," and then he like takes a knee.
I'm gonna suit just because I don't want to fight anybody right now.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna
Follow suit. Gotcha.
I don't want to fight anybody right now.
Morrow?
From sitting on top of the carriage, I'm just gonna go up to one knee and then just put my hand on my sword and just sit there.
That works. The general looks to Ollie and goes, "Are your legs broken?"
Oh God! Oh no!
No, they're not broken. Although my fucking halberd is. See, now I'm testing. Oh my gosh, I hate this right now. And he kind of like flashes his rank. I'm like, what seems to be the problem, General?
And he goes, "I'm afraid your rank means nothing in my presence. Or did you forget what chain of command means? And I issued the order of take a knee. Follow suit, Mutt, or you will be stripped of your rank."
He kind of like. And then he takes his knee. Like I said, what seems to be the problem? Sir, as you can tell, there are many injured in this area, and we're seeing what we can do to help them, as well as going towards Novalis.
We're aware of the present situation, and our report did not indicate that one of ours would be here. So, as far as I'm concerned, you have no status to stake claim over this town. And the validity of your story may be pulled into question. Until such a time as we can handle those matters, do as you're told, follow instructions accordingly. And he kind of goes like, "Ah, yeah," on the horse, and it kind of goes back towards the carriage. Y'all have a moment
Okay.
here before the next thing happens. It's up to y'all if combat actually begins, but I do want to advise you all that this is a combative state that you're in. The wrong thing will lead to combat without mercy. None of you, with the exception of Addie, have enough resemblance to elven lineage for them to give a shit about what you're saying.
Hey, please calm down, Ollie.
You can try if you can do it quietly from your knee.
Ollie, Ollie, we will find you a replacement Bird. We really can't afford to fight anybody with you not having a weapon.
Onyx, when you actually whisper IRL, you get quieter on the mic and it's harder to hear you. It is better to just let us know that your character is whispering and then bring the mic closer, but talk in your normal voice or something. Also, Chad is right. You still have about 15 minutes left of your advantage with persuasion. Mero.
Gotcha.
Just a reminder.
My character's whispering to Ollie, and I'm just gonna say, Ollie, I know you're having a hard time right now, but I need you to keep your cool, please. I promise you we will figure out a way to replace your halberd. We just need to survive long enough to be able to do so.
Raven's gonna stick her head out the carriage and look at the rest of them and say, or you could all get in this and we can go.
Do you know how to drive a carriage?
They're just horses. You just pull one rein or the other.
I'm gonna try to like inch closer.
In character, I said that, not to you. Like, let me.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Clarify. Let me clarify.
I'm trying.
That sounded really condescending. Out of here.
He's like, I know you know how carriages work, but you know.
Yeah, Cole's smarter than that. Addie doesn't use carriages usually, so.
For sure. That's why I was clarifying.
Yeah.
Just taking care of each other. I love it.
Love my bros.
At this time, the main carriage opens, and it's a lot more decadent. You can see that they've even experimented with putting like refined metal into the wheels and the posts and stuff instead of just the crude nails. And like this it's a lot fancier. It opens to represent this guy. And he immediately looks to everyone. He kind of walks in between the 25 towns guards. The general is following, like right behind him on the horse. And he goes, "My people, it has been a grievous 48 hours. The world is changing. And while it has been unkind to many of your kin, I want you to know firsthand, aid is on its way. We will be leaving some of our guards here, and in the interim, we will give you safe passage and haven into the borders of Novalis. We are currently operating to set up a specific sector so that your people can continue to thrive and flourish and find yourselves new homes in the interim. I should hope this will suffice. Until then, please do not find comfort in these shallow walls. They cannot protect you."
Does Addie recognize him?
Yep.
Does anyone else?
Would Ollie recognize him as well?
Yep. So would Meryl.
I'm gonna just like roll my eyes at him because I already know what the fuck is going on. It's just like
The character's gonna whisper over to Addie and say, "Why doesn't that feel safe?"
I love you so much, Onyx. You are so fucking quiet. I swear to God, I'm going to throw you out a window.
I'm sorry.
Push your headphone
I'm
closer to your
speaking.
mouth.
I can't.
It doesn't bend?
It's a stiff one.
No.
Oh, it's a stiff one.
It's yeah.
Giggity.
Um,
Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak with my chest, but in game I'm going to whisper to Addie and say, I don't think this is safe.
I mean, it's the prince, not the princess. What could go wrong?
And I kind of like scoff at hearing that. I'm so
What,
sorry.
Ollie?
Oh, nothing.
Enlighten me then.
You know.
No. Enlighten me.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Totally fine.
His sister, on the other hand, could be a real problem.
Ray's just gonna kind of look out at them. Who is it?
That would be the Prince of Novalis. Galadriel Noval.
Everyone's favorite crowned son, or should have been.
Family party boy.
Oh,
You know, as princes are wont to do.
All right, so power. Got it.
Can
Ray's
I-
just gonna like flip back into the corner of the carriage.
Can I roll perception to see if he was being genuine regarding his offer of aid?
You can roll insight
those
with
people?
disadvantage.
Insight with, okay. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely how that would go.
He's not new to this. He may look young, but he's Elven. He's been around.
he got
13?
A 13? You can tell his offer is genuine, but withholding.
How? I'm still somewhat close to the actual carriage, right? So they could still hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of hit him like a hush tone. I'm like, for someone who doesn't really have a direct line of power, just based in like
Time
that
out.
alone,
Wait.
he's daddy. What?
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking to Galadriel.
No. Oh, hell no. I know better than to do that. I'm kind of like whispering to the. But I guess technically, I'd be closest to the side where Raven was able to like peek out the window. I'm kind of like whispering this to her. I'm like, for someone who doesn't really have a real direct line to the actual crown itself, because he's just the son, but not really legitimate enough to take any power. Sure does like to promise a lot of stuff.
I don't know, he seems relatively genuine in this one. Something's a little off.
Relative.
Go talk to him. And she
I'm gonna kind of like hold up a hand for her to. Adriana.
approach him.
Adriana, I promise you, and I mean this as completely seriously as possible, don't do it.
Ollie, darling, sweet, darling, lovely Ollie.
And then I changed my tone. Adriana, I'm being completely and totally serious with you.
Mhm.
As someone who's worked inside of the kingdom somewhat close to them, don't do it.
I'm not saying that I'm going to trust him outright. But I may be able to get enough information to find out what's going on. If you tried to talk to him, it wouldn't go in your favor now, would it? Look at how the other military people are treating you. But also, look how they're treating me. If I can use what I have that I didn't get a choice in for good, don't you think that's worth it?
Understand that if I see the slightest hint of anything going off, I'm gonna act.
He's just gonna lean over to the carriage and go, Ray, how well do you think you could restrain Ollie?
Ray like looks down and like looks at her hands. You know, I'm gonna go with not well.
How well do you think you could trip him up or tie him up?
Giggity.
More likely to convince him not to.
Can I put you on babysitting duty?
I'm not a baby.
I know you're not a baby. That's not what that means.
Ray looks looks at her and goes, "No." And like
Be on babysitting
back
duty.
into
And
the
she like
carriage.
heads over to the prince.
The general has gotten off the horse, and the other town's guards are now standing up. 5 of the what you thought was 15 and 25, you can now see is like a firm 20 because 5 of them have gone into the town. 5 of them are staying very close to the general and to the prince, and then the other 5 are kind of spread a little bit, but nearer to the carriage behind them.
Addie approaches slowly, so as not to spook, and with respect, kneeling upon approach.
Approaches who?
The prince.
Before you can get further than 3 steps.
In direction, yeah.
Yeah, before you can get further than 3 steps, one of the town's guard has turned and drawn a sword and pointed it at you and says, "What do you want, half-breed?"
Simply wish to speak with somebody.
Start slowly reaching for my
No,
two-hand axe.
no, Ollie, no, please. She put me on babysitting duty, and this never goes well because you don't like to listen to me. Please.
You can state your business here.
She like leans around the town's guard and she goes, "Your Highness, I only wished to come to thank you for offering your assistance to these people."
The prince kind of does one of those like look over his shoulders at you. You tell the whole thing is like exhausting for him, but he's like, "You are welcome. 1,000 pardons, I guess."
I only wish to inquire as to how the state of Novalis is.
The general turns to you next and he goes, "This business of which you are inquiring has nothing to do with you, does it?"
We were traveling in
Reaching
that
again.
direction. My apologies.
No.
It was not intent to...
Who is we?
I was struggling.
The
Hold
general
on.
takes a step closer to you, and the town's guard takes a step back but still has his weapon drawn. General hasn't placed a hand on any weapons or anything. He's just kind of doing that whole, "I'm walking towards you," not menacingly, but he's kind of trying to flip that inquiry back.
Oh,
Who is we?
I was riding along in this carriage on the way back. That was on its way back to Novalis.
I see. And other residents
I
amongst your
understand
carriage
that-
have stayed here? Or so it's just you then?
We've stopped because the horses needed watering. I'm just coming to realize that more than just the places that people have been coming from have been under some sort of attack, and wanted to ensure that our safety would be met once arriving at Novalis.
Of course, of course. He goes, "Well, it's very wise of you. What's your name?"
Adriana.
Beautiful. And a last name?
Andreas.
We'll have to look up your lineage before we sentence you. Take this one,
Sentence
and
me?
whoever came with them. And that town's guard steps forward, and 4 others step forward as well. And the general looks and goes, "You seem to have some intimate knowledge of what happens in other towns whilst you have been traveling to our own. Don't think that's something our people would take too kindly to."
While this is happening, Ray's gonna peek her head out from the carriage and look up at Morrow and say, "It's time to go."
Observing phenomenon is not a crime, is it?
In 48 hours, you have observed other towns and their imminent destruction. What magics do you have to travel so vastly from one to another? And if not, where have you gotten such detail that you are not sharing to the extent that you won't even gesture towards who else might be traveling to our town? Do you have a question?
was
Yes.
gonna-
No? Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah. While this is going on, Raven wants to try to. How close is B and Ollie to Raven?
I'm like right on the side of the carriage next
Yeah.
to like the window.
Raven
I'm
is
in
also.
between him and Eddie right now
So it's
because
like you're in the carriage. Morrow's on top. Right outside of it is Ollie. Right next to Ollie is B. Raven, not Raven, Allie. Addie is about between 5 and 10 feet away towards the guards who have now started to circle Addie.
Okay. She's gonna tell Morrow, head straight towards her, and she's gonna yell at the other two, "Get in!"
Yeah, Mara's gonna slip down into the driver's seat of the carriage and take
A
the
bad
reins.
idea.
And wait.
No problem. Go ahead and roll for animal handling.
I'm gonna grab B and toss her up front where Morrow is.
You roll for
Addie
strength.
completely maintains her cool and goes, I happened to be in a stellion on the outskirts of town during the solstice celebration, and then I've spoken to the people here.
There were no survivors from Estelion. Your story is 19. You are successfully steering the animals. They are responding well to your commands upon the rain. Your story is full of intricate detail. I won't call it plot holes quite yet, and don't worry, we're not sentencing you to anything. But if you have information that is pertinent to the survival of others, it would be wise if you came willingly. And one of the guards has like metal cuff shackles and is kind of like approaching you, not like threateningly, just very much like, hey, maybe do what he says. He's like, I like my job. Do you like your life? He's got that look on his face. You can't hear them behind you because the nature of what's happening is very intense.
Right.
If you happen to look towards them, then you are more than welcome to. I can't say what that will or won't do, but that's your call. As you guys are all about to get ready to leave, you feel a bit of a thump as someone has hit your heart from the back. It's a person, and they're trying to climb in. Raven, you can see them, and it is that same woman, Celia, that you rescued from Estelion. And she was like, "You have to take me with you."
What? How are you still alive? Wait, you died.
She goes, "Not quite," and she kind of like shows her her wound, and she has like not sticks and stuff, but like a makeshift patch. That's kind of patching the front and the back, and she's like, I've been healing it slowly. I've got minor magics. Listen, my family is in Navalis. If this is gonna happen somewhere else, I have to get to them.
Just get in. Just get in. Ollie, B, get in. And she's gonna like pull this girl through the window. this woman through the window.
I'm hanging on the side of this. Yeah, she's up front with Morrow because I tossed her up there, and I'm on the side of this carriage as it's like moving.
And whenever I had mentioned that I had talked to the people here, I had gestured and looked backwards.
Oh, okay.
Would I have seen that? Yeah.
If you've gestured and looked
I
like,
did it physically, so like, I didn't think to verbalize that.
okay, so if you have gestured and looked backwards, then
Pause, before you do this, because I can do this at will. I can do this at will.
Can you give me 2 seconds? I just need to know if I see you coming.
Oh.
yes.
No, that's what I was doing. I was going to use message because I can use it at will.
She gestured beforehand and looked back, so she can see y'all making actions and stuff, and is registering for. Yeah, that's what we were establishing.
Okay.
So you're good. You won't have to use message because Eddie's aware. Unfortunately, because you did make such a gesture, I didn't know that you had actually made said gesture. The general, in his perception, is also aware of who the other people are, which means some of the guards that were kind of standing guard are moving towards the carriage. You still have time to kind of plow through them if you want tomorrow.
Yeah, as soon as Addie turns around, I'm gonna slap the horses with the reins as hard as I can.
Okay, the horses do not hesitate to buck up and start taking off, ramping up speed to exactly 1 horsepower because that's what a horse is, right? And
How that works.
no, a horse can go about 32 horsepower. I know, but I just like the joke. You got 2 horses? That's 2 horsepower.
Fucking nerds.
Bracing myself on you, just to
the
let you know.
the prince is kind of watching the interaction and looking at Addie with like this gleam in his eyes, somewhere between I don't care about what you're saying, but damn, I'd tear that ass up. And because it's like the most excitement he's had all he's been out on the road. He does not care to leave the town. And as he's kind of looking at you, the horse that belonged to the general just has that passive perception of a horse and goes, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge, and immediately moves, hearing the other horses rev up. The general looks up in time to kind of dodge roll out of the way. The other town's guards do not. Addie, if you're going to jump on this thing, you're going to have to roll for acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach out for her. That's why I'm hanging off the side.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was looking. That's what I was hearing for.
No problem. Go
so
ahead
I
and
will
roll for
try to
acrobatics and make sure you
grab
can
him.
grab him. Yeah. If you miss right now, I just want you to know.
Girl,
Nah, bro.
if you miss-
Nah, bro. Sneak or swim, baby. That's on you. I'm not stopping this bitch. We're
Well, realistically speaking,
Oh,
if you miss or not, acrobatics I got a 24 just to make
No,
sure I
no,
can actually latch onto her. No, but I rolled 2 just in case.
I rolled a nat 20 though.
You guys successfully like link arms, not even hands, just link arms. It is like hyper extended to do like that perfect swing, and Addie lands on top of the carriage.
This just turned into an action flick. Like,
oh God, we're the Fast and the Furious now. God.
Yeah, basically, y'all just medieval Fast and Furious. The general,
Just randomly as he grabs her.
the general looks up and kind of dusts himself off, and he goes, "Well, we know where they're headed, my lord." And he looks at the prince and he goes, "Oh yeah, we're going to follow those 2."
As we go past the prince, I'm gonna wink at him.
Perfect. Just that slow motion, like as you're passing by. So the carriage
Absolutely.
has taken off down in the general direction of Novalis. You have a question? What's up? I see that.
I pictured like her landing this beautiful ass landing, locking eyes with the prince and winking as we're
That's
speeding
exactly-
off.
Yes.
Like,
100%. It's exactly what just
The
happened.
most beautiful, like Avengers-esque bullshit you've ever seen.
The carriage has taken off down and across the plains. Off in the far distance, amidst the horizon, you can see what looks like the kind of outline silhouette of Novalis. But it's still a ways away. With this vehicle and the speed that you're going versus the other guy, you could get there by nightfall. It is well, not by nightfall, but before turn of the next day. It's currently about 3 p.m. So y'all are just gonna head that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray's gonna kind of, because everyone else is on the outside of the carriage and she's in here with this random woman. She's gonna look at this girl, this woman. She's gonna go, I hope you know that you're probably a wanted criminal now.
She kind of like, you can see her kind of taking deep breaths from like the pool, as she's trying to like catch her breath because she still has a wound in her chest that is healing. She looks really pale, like she's not necessarily like dying, but like also dying, like
Weak.
she's very weakened.
She's not doing good.
Yeah, she's weakened and depressed and might be starving. Like she hasn't she hasn't eaten in a while.
Oh my God.
man, we can't depress.
And I hear that Ray is talking to somebody.
Yeah, you guys are all within 5 feet of each other
So
within
I'm
this.
gonna like put my head down into the wagon door and go, oh, there's somebody else here. And like shimmy my way into the carriage itself.
She goes, "Oh, any of you happen to have any medicine?" And she kind of like moves her leg, and you can still see that it is stented from her previous injury, but she's kind of like tied it off with like a stick and literal rope to like kind of help set the bone.
You are not doing great, huh?
She goes, "Doesn't matter.
No, I know. And she goes, okay, if you will just stay a little still for me.
We got it back. We got it.
Was it me?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
It was
Discord
us.
did
It was everything. We had an internet blip.
Oh dear. Well,
You guys had a
I can
5-year
describe
deal
it again. It's great.
Well, hold on. I gotta.
Um,
Is the stream still going?
Yes.
No, hold on.
It went down, but it's back up.
Yeah, everything's going again. So she.
Can't hear us. Hang on. Hold that thought.
It's okay. I'm holding. I gotta find dice.
Chat, let us know when you can hear us, please.
We can hear you. Oh, them.
Hello,
I-
hello, can
silly.
you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Excuse me. Oh,
Yeah,
Hello,
it
hello.
just dropped.
This be wacky.
This be wacky does not let me know jack shit. Thank you.
Can you hear us? Lava?
silence. Oh no.
Nope.
Let me try this. Just gonna try to mute and unmute. Mm. Oh, I know what's happening. It's not on our end because I can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what's happening. It's not on our end because yeah, I can hear it through the YouTube stream.
I can hear it on actual Twitch. So.
That was crazy. That was the first.
That's wild.
It's the first for everything, Brian.
Okay. I know everyone's refreshing, and we only have like 15 minutes left anyways. I'm like, damn, like right before the end. Okay. Still no sound.
That's weird because it was coming
and
through
nothing
for me
changed.
on
It's still silent.
Twitch.
Yeah, I can hear it on YouTube. The problem is
When I
now,
can
like,
hear
I
it
can't even do an
on
outro for one of it right now. Test. Been hit with an ad.
Oh. Why your ad so long?
Right? No audio on Twitch.
Oh. Yeah, my
I'm not
audio on
hearing
Twitch
anything from you
disappeared
guys right
too.
now. Just give me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Well, I know you can watch the last of it.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I'll verify that it's recording. But no worries. We do have 15-ish minutes left, so let's get through the last 15 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. It should be no more than 15 minutes, including our outros. But yes, you're all in the carriage.
Okay, so right. So where I was left off was I reach out and I run my hands over her splinted leg and across where her wound is on her chest, and cast Cure Wounds at a 3rd level, which will give her quite a bit of hit points back. Which is 11, 19 hit points for her.
Nice.
Thank you.
You're alright.
She kind of takes like a breath of fresh air, and she kind of undoes the stent that she had created for her leg, as well as takes off some of like the weird bandage wrap stuff. She goes, that's so much better. I'll probably need to let it rest still, but it's nice to be able to breathe again.
Yeah, that looked really painful.
Thank
I know
you.
you really went
By the
through
way,
it.
you guys
Of course.
literally saved my life, and now you're helping me again.
That is not unconditional. You said you were heading to Novalis, right?
Yes.
You have family in Novalis.
She nods again.
How do we get in without going through the front gate? Because we just stole somebody's carriage and ran over the guards.
She kind of like
Wait, we stole
grimaces.
this?
She kind of grimaces and looks at you all and goes, well, you don't. Your best bet would be going through the front gate before they know that you've stolen the carriage and stuff, and then quickly dispersing into the city. It's crowded enough; they're not going to find you quickly. But
They're not gonna find me quickly, but she like looks over towards where Olafir is. Some of us stand out like a sword. In places like Novalis.
I can actually fix that, contrary to
What do you-
belief.
What do you mean, baby?
Mm.
You have horns, love.
Funny that you bring that up, actually. So, and as she kind of says that, I'm going to use my actual ability of Firbolg magic and cast Disguise Self. So I look like just your regular ass average elf man. So horns kind of disappear, and I just look like this point.
Oh, look at you, Stexy.
So as I do that, I'm kind of like, listen, I told you I've worked in these areas on different escort missions. I know how to deal with this, okay?
I adore you. It's a good thing you're pretty.
All right.
Like pretty comments.
Yeah.
she goes, "Well, you two," and she looks at Morrow and at Raven. She goes, "You two look human enough. No one should really suspect anything. The tattoos might be a dead giveaway that you're not human, and there's definitely something uncanny about you both that would probably irk people the wrong way if they stared for too long, but you're fine. You," and she looks at Beatrix, she's like, "You're basically a child. Like, I know that's not the nicest of things to say, but run with it. You'll do
We
fine."
can work. You know, actually, Ray, remember how I said I remembered meeting you once or twice? Weren't you doing the child thing?
That's neither here nor there.
Can you give B some pointers on how to pass for a child
Yeah,
while
I
still
suppose.
maintaining adultness?
Just put a hat on her. She could pass as a little boy.
Okay, well,
You know, I know I have small breasts, but you didn't have to rub it in.
we're rubbing breasts. Anyways, she goes, "Okay, I think that sorts us out for blending in."
So now we just gotta get there. But
And I haven't seen, like, can we see the general and them's caravan approaching?
Not yet.
Okay, and I think we're gonna beat them there. So
as long as we make it inside the city walls before they do.
I think we're good for now. I can't say we're perfect. I think we're surviving.
Ollie, does this little disguise work for any image you want?
Kinda, sorta.
Can you disguise yourself as the carriage driver?
Well, I mean, I kind of am disguised as an elf in general. I don't think that guy was important enough, but I can see, and then kind of going based on memory, see if I can kind of like.
Okay, so disguise self
Ollie.
is not polymorph. You won't be able to change your face, but you can change your appearance personally, your clothes, and adding or removing certain physical attributes.
Yes, I'm definitely getting rid of the horns, making my ears a lot pointier. Kind of just like, and kind of like making the outfit look more like what he looked like. I'm like, can't get rid of this beautiful face. I'm so sorry, but I mean,
Thank God.
Good work.
You're gonna have to be dicks to us.
No,
Celia
I
looks to
won't.
you all and goes, "Not if you're disguising yourselves. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a bunch
you're a
of humans and
child."
elves trying to seek refuge."
She looks at Bee's feet and she goes, "Do promise me you'll keep your shoes on."
You know why I have the daggers.
Halflings have basically hobbit feet, Onyx.
I know, that's why I have the daggers. Shading.
Yes.
Celia
keep your
just
shoes on.
kind of laughs and goes, "Man, I'm gonna miss this.
Miss what?
She goes, Stellion's gone. There is no haven like that will produce this type of energy and fun. Y'all are a mirror image of a past that probably won't return anytime soon, at least not in my lifetime, so.
You're probably right on that one, unfortunately. Unless by some miracle.
Either way. Ollie, you need to get on top of the carriage and you need to have Morrow come down here and put on a damn shirt.
Gotcha. If he does that, I kind of swing in next to where he's sitting so I can kind of take over the reins and do that as he goes into the carriage and gets himself all proper like.
Yeah, with like a cloak or a tunic or something to go over my armor. If we're gonna go try to distract ourselves.
I'm gonna hold up my cloak.
Perfect.
I don't think
With
this is
one
gonna
arm.
fit you.
Like, not the
And that
4
would
foot
cover,
individual
like,
use.
my shoulder.
Yeah, the pauldron, and that's it.
Because Addie looks at
A
me and she
pauldron
goes,
or one nipple.
Just
One nipple
nipple.
specifically.
okay, so you can't just be a random child that's with us. You have to belong to one of us, otherwise it's weird.
Your mic peaked.
Do it again.
No, I can do it with a straight face again.
Ray is gonna throw on her dark common clothes over what she's wearing.
Okay.
I believe we said it came with a hood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so she's gonna.
She looks down at her. She goes, "Don't call me that. Ma's fine." And he just like holds her hand.
I believe we said it came with a hood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
What the heck is
Yeah,
oh.
the stream just started working.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, Twitch is back.
Ma's fine. Just like
I win.
Didn't like that.
Okay,
He's
fine.
like,
fine.
echo.
All right, cool.
So
Twitch works
what? Are
again.
you Ma and he's Pa pointing at Mar?
Celia looks at you and goes, listen,
He's an adult. He's on his own.
if you don't mind, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a minute. It's been a weekend. When we get there, I'm going to make myself scarce. My folks have a small hut. My husband comes into town to work, so we wanted to make sure daughter was safe and got her out of the city for all the party goers. So
I hope you find your family safely.
she smiles and nods. And whatever it is you guys are doing there, just be safe.
A loose word for us. So, thank you, though.
There are no further encounters unless there's anything you guys want to say to each other. Your next thing would be arriving, or just before arrival, which will be next episode.
Well, that's all I've got. Other than general, like, silly banter that would happen between where we are and the gate.
Really don't know how I'm gonna pass as a little boy. Do I sound manly?
You're a little girl for crying out loud. Ray.
I mean, I was whichever I would pass more.
You're just short. That's all.
With furry feet.
That's why we keep our shoes on. That and so I don't have to heal your foot for stepping in some shit you're not supposed to.
And this is why your mom.
Could be worse mothers.
Mira would like to inquire with our passenger if they have any more information about what happened to them. that they went through the experiences firsthand type thing.
You gotta be more specific on like what happened to them.
This is the same woman that got stabbed by her umbral self previously, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm asking like if she has any insight or what happened after that, I guess.
Okay, sure thing. So she looks to you, and you guys have switched places at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay, she looks to you and she goes,
Right.
I didn't really have the opportunity to fight back. She stabbed me, and I felt like I was dying, and then almost all at once, all the people who appeared faded away. It was literally by a turn of the clock that I didn't die. I'm sure if another 5 seconds had passed, she would have taken my life. But she didn't get to me as fast as everyone else had. What I can say is she was me, which means I had you all to help me move faster. She had the same injuries that I did up until she got there. So, my theory is you all raced me to the border of Estelion. She helped it along. It took up more time. She was able to get in one hit that wasn't fatal enough. And before the second, she and all the rest of the doppelgangers faded out of the city. It's barren. I picked up whatever resources I could. There were a couple of other people that seemed to have survived. Maybe their other halves couldn't go through with it or thought they had and hadn't. And everyone just kind of picked up their own pieces and bandaged what they could, found whatever livestock was still present or carriages still intact. But even the town itself, buildings didn't blow up. It's like they were replaced with a old, destroyed, run-down version of themselves. There wasn't rubble falling on people. It was like it was already destroyed before it was. She kind of like looks like confused and is like, I can't really make heads or tails of it.
Well, thank you for your insight.
She goes, I hope it helps, you know.
Oh, that's
Onyx looks like she wants to ask something.
It's an afters question, not a right now question.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then we'll call it because I think the sound is still being weird on Twitch's end. Next up will be your arrival into NevaeH. This is definitely going to turn into a 3-part episode, but that's okay because I wrote for that too. Let me just go ahead and stop the music and give you all a round of applause. This is fantastic. I really enjoyed the character growth. Y'all are doing
that was
great.
fun.
Coming into your own.
Ooh.
I'm digging it. I'm here for it. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
What's on?
an eagle flies overhead and lands on the arm of an elven princess with a message attached to it. She reads it and looks to her right-hand guard and says, arrest anyone else who enters the town. And that is the end of episode 4.
Damn it, we didn't think think of carrier beagles.
Yeah, I did. I was like, we're gonna get arrested as soon as we go in there.
I really
like,
sat here and said, if y'all rolled one
Go
perception check,
stay.
y'all would see it. I would give it to you.
But I think I may be able to flirt my way through with the prince.
maybe. The rest of us
I
gonna
think
die
you
though.
would flirt.
No, because if I can flirt my way through with the prince, he'll have just enough power to save us all. That's my goal right now.
We shall see.
Maybe he'll kill his sister. I don't know.
I'm gonna be real. I was definitely waiting on Ollie to make the slightest twitch, and I was gonna samurai jack the fuck out of that general.
I'm telling you, look, because the way I was
Like, I was waiting on a pinky twitch, like anything.
I'm telling you,
This
I was
is the
ready. I was like, bro.
First instance in history, Ollie, that you listened to me.
Listen, please treat it as a monumentous occasion because it'll never happen again.
No, job well done, folks. But let's get you out of here. So please tell the people alphabetically who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
I'm Cole. I play Adriana Andreas. You can find me on TikTok at Cholioli, spelled just like my Twitch name. Or here, whenever we throw down with Roll for Trauma.
I'm Onyx. I play Beatrix Delphine, and you can find me here playing D&D as well as on Instagram, TikTok under Icy Onyx. Sorry.
It's okay. I forgot.
I'm Scarecrow. I play Marrow, and you can find me right here on Roll for Trauma.
Deontay, I play Olafir Waylian. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at dapper_macon 2.0. You can find me here at Roll for Trauma.
Hi, I'm Violet, and I play Raven Finley. You can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored or here, pretty much every time we stream on Roll for Trauma.
And I am Eddie. I play the Architect. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Please follow our socials. And we will see you next week back on Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Enjoy your day tomorrow. And we should be having a 0.5 episode between here and next week, Wednesday, for the side quest players. So I'll get in contact with those of you who are watching, and we'll figure out an appropriate day as we set up more of your side of the venture and its inevitable intertwining. Outside of that, say bye, players.
Bye, players.